Hey, I'm Matt, and this is the post-Tornado-Mageddon or Tornado-Geddon that the weather was talking about. The news channel weather and the meteorologists were talking about. Well, in Norman, we only saw one tornado, and it was around 3:20 to 3:40 in the morning. I, for some reason, had woken up and was actually... I had to use the restroom. I woke up to use the restroom. And the tornado siren started going off, so I get on my phone and everything, and it touched down like maybe half mile, 3/4 of a mile north of my house, and then headed northeast. And there, of course, high winds. My wife said this morning when she was taking our son to school that there was debris all in the road. Not like house debris, just like stuff out of people's backyards, plastic tubs, stuff like that. Driving through, because I work north of my house, so I had to go kind of by where the tornado started. It was an EF1, which is I believe the smallest tornado. I don't know if there's an EF0, but it was an EF1. And I saw this neighborhood, you know, the hoity-toity neighborhoods where all the fences are the same and they're all lined up and they have the entrance to the neighborhood. Well, that fence was laying on the ground and there were people there working on it. So I think it blew their fences down. Didn't see any damage really to their houses, but it blew fences down and mostly tore branches off trees, you know, stuff like that. So the worst tornadoes that we have seen in years didn't happen. That's what the news was saying. There were several tornadoes. There was one storm that produced 3 tornadoes at the same time on the news. It was mostly out in the country. Most of the damage to Oklahoma is from flooding. They said that there were some parts at 5 inches an hour in rain. So there's a lot of flooding, been a lot of water rescues. Saw one water rescue where the person's vehicle was completely underwater. So yeah, a lot of road closures because roads are underwater. Most of that is north. The west central and northern part of the states is mostly the flooding. So haven't heard of any deaths yet, which that's good. But haven't really done a huge eval at my house other than the roof leaking when I got up to use the restroom. The roof leaking in the bathroom when I noticed when I got up to use the restroom, because it was raining a lot. We were having a decent thunderstorm, and then the tornado sirens went off. So, which made me believe that it was a... Okay, for a second it looked like the interstate had stopped. I was like, that's not good. But with all the heavy rain, like I looked out my window and couldn't see across the street because of all the rain. Or barely see across the street because of all the rain. Looks like we got military vehicles that are heading to the... Dude, semi. There's 2 lanes here. Come on. Looks like we have military vehicles that are heading out. Looks like they are carrying fuel. That one's covered up by the semi. But this one says flammable. Let's see. No smoking within 50 feet. Flammable. Yeah, they're carrying fuel. Let's see if I can give you a shot of it. I don't know if you saw anything, but yeah, there is a Army Reserve station not far from my house. They're probably coming from there, or even further south, up to the storm damage areas. I don't know. Okies, which is an Oklahoman, we recover quick. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to have scars from it, but we tend to build ourselves back up pretty quick. With all the tornadoes and the largest domestic terrorist attack in history being in Oklahoma City, we tend to pick ourselves up and recover fairly quickly. So, yeah, but I'm not going to keep babbling on. I'm just, so far, the only storm damage I have seen with my own eyes. Of course, the majority of the tornadoes were west and north of us. But, yeah, so far, most of the damage I see is just, you know, odds and end debris and then that fence down. So, yeah. See ya. And don't forget, this time of year, be weather aware.